He told me that he got an extra Dakar. They had one on the floor though. I looked at it. I took some pictures of it.
How much was that?
I didn't ask him.
You didn't ask?
No, I wasn't that interested in those, so I just looked at it and stuff and asked him. He said there was 2,500 in the world.
Yes.
Unlike the Sport Classic,
Yeah.
there was only like 900 and some of those in the world.
Sport Classics?
Yeah, and then he said the VIPs from the 918 era took like 200 and some of them or something. So he said there was only like 200 left for the rest of the country to fight over, which is why he got two. Where he said the Sport Classics, where he said the Dakars, there's 2,500 in the world. And so he's been given, I think he said 7, because he said 2 went to the VIPs and then 5 were to other buyers. And he said they're all sold.
I was offered that one for 75. I could have bought it for 75
over.
But then it was a lineup to be able to get the GT3 RS or to try to get something that I actually really want.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'd rather get in line for the GT cars.
But then it didn't matter. So like it was buy the car at 75 over.
Yeah.
And that will get you basically right of first refusal on these other cars. But the right of first refusal was at market value. So it's just make up a number, meaning you just get the call, you pay $75,000 over for a car. In theory, I guess the Dakar.
And then you get a call and they tell you they want 200 over for the next one.
200 or
and
400 over.
And you say,
go,
no, I'll pass.
And then they say, okay, well, good luck.
Yeah, and then they go through the whole list. And then they come back to 100 over.
Yeah, and then you start over.
Yeah.
And so they literally will call through the whole list at the highest possible number.
Yeah.
Get somebody to take it.
Yeah. Or even someone not on the list.
Right. Jay Leno basically won't pay over for a car. He doesn't buy Ferrari because of that. Period. Because of the games that you have to play. Yeah. You have to play these games.
I just never liked dealing with the dealers. I don't want to give a guy 25 grand in an envelope.
And like, I don't know if you ever watched the Hamilton collection. He's this guy that's bought a bunch of cars and he now has a YouTube channel. And he actually developed rims, like he built this $1 billion business that does rims and aftermarket stuff. He went and he interviewed with Manny Koshman. You know who that is? Manny Koshman's he's a real estate guy, but he's a car collector too, and he has Bugattis. And you know that he's VIP because he got like that race car like 2 years ago that came out that was Porsche that looked like one of the old like 959s or something. Like it was a
935.
935.
Yeah.
So
those are rare.
So he got the race car. In his last video, he was talking with Hamilton. Manny Koshman had a GT4 RS sitting there.
They're all new. I got these all in the past few months. I got a GT3 RS come in and that Dakar.
And he says, yes, I'm getting a GT3 RS and blah, blah, blah. And he asked Hamilton,
did you order one?
I'm not going to pay. Did you pay above MSRP for that?
No.
I don't have those kind of relationships yet.
Oh, don't worry, you will. You're
Manny Koshman says, oh no, I don't have to pay over. So he's VIP, right? So he's getting these VIP cars, but you look at that guy's collection, that guy doesn't give a shit about Porsche. He'll have every Porsche, like these high-end like stuff, because he'll show everything that he gets. But he'll get these Porsches and immediately they're gone. Next thing you know, they're not in his collection, which means he's just turning around and
selling. He's just flipping them.
And I know he flipped that race car and he's getting a GT3 RS and he took the 4RS probably just to take it. My guess is none of these cars he likes Bugattis and he likes stuff that you can go in. And he'll like go in special order a Bugatti and do the Hermes collection. So he'll go and like work with Hermes on the handbag company to develop the inside of his Bugatti. Me as a fan sitting there wishing that I could get a GT3 RS, like it just kind of, it rubs salt in the wounds a little bit. Yeah. And I'm kind of like Hamilton now where it's like, I don't know if I want to pay over for these cars. Like I feel like Porsche is losing their way and going the Ferrari route, which is either come in and suck a dude or whatever, you know what I mean. You come in and you have to do some things to earn your car, or buy their California or whatever their shitty ass version is of a Ferrari.
I don't want to be told, well, you must buy 2 Mondial before you can buy this year. You have to buy 2 crappy cars before yes. Well, no, just buy the car, you know.
Oh, buy this, take a $70,000 or $80,000 hit, and then we'll even let you look at buying an SF90 or an A12 Superfast, anything that's like. Yeah. And Porsche's kind of become like that. It's like, oh, what have you done for me lately? Like, how much shit can you buy from me and then still pay whatever I want made up on market demand.
And I think over the last 5 years, you've seen a lot of people buying Porsches, flipping Porsches, cars with no miles transacting, with plastic still on seats. And I think Porsche is desperate to get into a situation where they can actually have enthusiasts buying their cars again rather than people who freak out over the spec.
Yeah, but it's because they became so popular in the last 2 decades. It's been ramping
What's
up.
become popular? Collecting cars or Porsches?
Since the time that I started driving track with that car over there back in 2012. And the Porsches were in the mix, but they weren't that special.
But they were always a mainstay. GT3s have been out there. That's
but think about that. GT3 came in, what, in 2008 or something like that? And it wasn't that good. And then it ramped up. And it's become better and better and better. And it survives on the track. So now, over time, everyone who tracks wants one of them because it's so bulletproof.
So let me ask you this. The car enthusiast that likes driving cars, and so this is the dichotomy. There's going to be a demising line here, demarcation line, whatever you want to call it, of people who want to drive these cars because they want to drive them and they track them and they actually appreciate it. Because that's the reason why I'm on Porsche. That's why I've had 4 McLaren. Like, I don't own McLaren. I don't own McLaren because every time I put McLaren on the track,
they break.
You need to call somebody to
you got to have a team with you and a spare.
Where these cars, you just show up day after day after day, and as long as you do
the fluids and everything,
and change the oil and do a little bit of track prep, right?
They work.
So staying out some stainless steel brakes or lines, and
if you blow the engine up on the track, they replace it, no questions.
And it's leaving a real sour taste in my mouth, where it's like, dude, I'm for the next 4 years am willing to say I'll buy a Porsche, only Porsche. That's what I want to drive. That's what I like to drive. That's what's the most reliable. I have 3 different representations of the different types of things that Porsche can do right now with the 3 different cars. And I don't know if I need much more than that, but still, it's becoming this flipping game and it's become that, and now the dealers are participating in that, and in a way not making it easier.
But Porsche has a plan to tackle the flipping market. Frank Moser, Porsche's VP of 911 and 718 variants, so the beans at the Rennsport Reunion 7 event in California. Basically, when you buy a 911 ST, you're not taking full ownership right away. You'll technically lease it from Porsche for a year before officially owning the car. Why? Well, Porsche wants these cars to be in the hands of true enthusiasts and not just flippers.
We survived on this one.
But not by much.
Yeah,
we survived the resell on these.
One interesting car that I was surprised didn't last very long in terms of speculators was the new GT4 RS, the Cayman GT4 RS. Those cars are still trading well above sticker, but given the hype and excitement around that car, and given the limited production of that car, I thought they would be 100,000 over sticker for the rest of their lives. Like, they were just, sticker was here, they'd be here, and they would never really come down. Sort of like GT4s, honestly, 981 GT4s. That has not happened with GT4 RSs.
Your basis coming into a car like this, it raises your basis.
They're taking half. They're basically, whatever the over was, they're taking half of it, and they're letting you have half of it. That's kind of the deal we got.
That's kind of the deal we got. That's true. But we also took European delivery that doesn't work against their allocation model. And so therefore, they got another allocation, even though we got 2 cars.
And that helps.
And so our 50 over on each of them, that's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't.
And I didn't have to pay over on that one.
Yeah.
But that was because the pandemic hit and the market was kind of unstable.
What about your first one? Where's your first one of that right now?
First one of that.
First GT4. Where's your first GT4 that you spent and ordered?
It's at the bottom of the ocean.